Race 22. The Mini X30 opening heat of the day. Cathal Clark making his debut in the class this weekend. He starts from pole position with Charlie Webb on the outside of row number 1. Qualified second yesterday to Charlie, having a really strong weekend. Leo Robinson will go from P3 on the grid. Vinnie Phillips, he is perfect, 5 for 5 so far on the season. Can our reigning champion, newly crowned champion, make it a perfect season in Kart 87? Ella Stevens and Wesley Swain round out the top 6. Then it is Gabriel Stilt for Croc Promotions in 7th, Joseph Rippin in 8th, Lewis Bird and Jack Hobson rounding out the top 10, Thomas Behrman and Rylan Ashberg 11th and 12th, and the GP plate holder Ethan Simmons starting shotgun on the field because he had a rear bumper fall off in timed qualifying. There is the 24 Precision Racing Kart of Charlie Webb. There is our champion. Give us a wave, Vincent. He can't hear me. There he is. 87. Ah, yes, number 1. That's right, Vinny. He's not allowed to use the number 1 yet because he is entered this weekend as the number 87. There is Wesley Swain. There's Joe Rippin and Jack Hobson in kart number 14. Rylan Ashberg. Rylan also had some sort of issue in qualifying. He didn't post a time either, or he had his time disallowed in qualifying. Now, I cannot remember. I've been very fortunate enough to commentate on the sport that I absolutely love since 2005, so 15 years. And I can never remember in a 6-round championship a driver winning all 6 finals and going undefeated on the season. I may have happened. I mean, there's been 2 and 3 round championships where obviously drivers run around, but in a 6-round championship, I cannot remember. And anybody out there who is watching that can think of a sort of either a Super 1 championship or a Formula Kart Stars championship or Motorsport UK British Karting Championship or the NKF Super 4, anything like that, any of those major British type championships where a driver has won every single final and gone undefeated throughout the season, which we need Alan Div from karting1.co.uk to be listening in to put me in my place or to have all the stats on hand. If anybody out there can remember a season where someone has done that, then please let me know, because if Vinnie Phillips can do this, okay, the grid it's a 13 kart grid. Leo Robinson, who's only 11, or yesterday I'm saying that Leo Robinson is moving on from this class. No, Leo Robinson next year could still be a cadet. You know, I remember pointing out, so he is one of the youngest drivers of the class. He finished very close second yesterday. This class has provided some superb action this year. Despite being small in numbers, we have always had a great 2, 3, 4 kart battle for the race lead in every single race so far. Yesterday was no exception. Somehow, the number 87 of Vinnie Phillips has emerged victorious in each one of the 5 finals so far. Can we make it 6 out of 6? We're going to find out shortly. Let's go racing! And into the Bruno Ferrari S's on the opening lap of the race. Around the banking, it is still our poleman, Cathal Clark, who has the race lead. And onto the bridge we go. 13 drivers, all safely off the bridge. And it is a fusion 1, 2, 3. Charlie Webb in 4th place. There's a move for the lead. Leo Robinson and Vinnie Phillips assume their usual standing at the head of the field. No, Cathal Clark comes on in front of Vinnie Phillips. And yeah, Phillips he's being cautious because he doesn't want to be excluded or anything like that. You know, so it's just sort of like, okay, let's calm down and we'll go forward when the time is right. Let's get into a nice rhythm and then move forward. So it's Robinson in the number 37 kart who leads.
Yep, nice little start there from the entirety of the field as they break away now in towards the final part of the lap. You can just see there the 37 still breaking away slightly there. Leo Robinson holding on to the front of this pack. They cross the line to finish lap number 1, and it's Robinson who leads from Clark, Webb, Phillips, Swain, Hobson, Stevens, Etchberg. Then it's Stilp, Simmons, Rippin, Behrman and Lewis Bird running out the grid, everyone finishing lap number 1. And
we saw that. We saw Vinnie Phillips. He gave himself a lap to sort of bed himself in. Then he's past Charlie Webb already. Did that going into turn number 1. So we're back into 3rd position now for our champion. It's a shame that he's not allowed to run the number 1, because I think that would be, you know, a lot of these drivers, they move out of the class next year. They don't have time to race with the number 1 plate. I think that I personally, and I'm going to stand up and say this is my personal opinion, and I know that there's regulations that say otherwise, but I believe that in an occasion like this, then he should be able to run the provisional number 1 plate on his kart.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they work all year to earn that right, and then at the end of the season, especially the year like this, where so many events aren't taking place because of the pandemic, that, you know, Vinny has earned the right to race in front of an audience with that number 1 plate car to show that he is the British champion. Personal opinion, 2nd place, Vinny Phillips takes it. Oh, look at this. It's just like you were at the start of the year. Robinson and Phillips leading. All we need now is Gabriel Stilp to get up from 8th into 3rd place. It's just like being back at Rowra.
Yes.
There goes Stilp. He's heard me. He goes onto the bridge. Is he going to come off the bridge? Oh, he runs wide. And, there's number 10. He's having a little word with Ella Stevens there. And Stevens saying, no, I'm going to take my racing line. Stilp goes, fair enough, you do that. I'm going to go right up there and pass you. And he does. And now Rylan Ashberg, his fellow Mad Croc driver, also trying to make a move. So Stilp now moves into 7th place.
Yeah, nice little overtake there. It was quite actually a late lunge into hairpin 1, wasn't it?
Oh,
It was
yes.
squeezed right out. Had to move his other teammate, crop promotion teammate, out of the way to send it down the inside of Stevens, but like I say, gets it done. So at the front, Robinson from Phillips and Clark, 1, 2, 3 and 4 for Fusion Motorsport. They are still going strong at the front there. Across the line, and then you've got Precision Racing's Charlie Webb, who had a bit of a good day yesterday, squabbling with the Fusion Motorsport cars as they head through now. 4.5 minutes, and down the inside goes the 24 of Charlie Webb, gets another position, moves now up past Wesley Swain, and Gabriel, who's the number 14 there of Jack Hobson, has a little go as well, moves up another position as well. So now you can see there the hand motions from Hobson saying, come on, let's go, let's push forward, because the front two are starting to break away. 4 minutes left on the clock then, down the short chute into the Fullerton S's. And again, you can just see there, Leah Robinson breaking away again. Another look over the shoulder just before they turn into the corner. Again, it's always a crucial thing to do to make sure there isn't a nose cone that's parked right there on the inside, because then, of course, that could end up in a disaster for both drivers, really. But they exit the final corner back onto the start-finish straight to end lap number 4. And now lap 5 time, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the timer. Robinson under pressure from Phillips, and I think Phillips has just betwanged his way past. No, he hasn't. He stands corrected. He goes back past. So Leah Robinson still holds on to that one. It was a tried move there from Phillips, but he's now stayed behind. Charlie Webb, the 24, fastest lap of the race, the Precision Racing driver. There, you can see on screen, right behind the number 11 of Cattle Clark. And I say it was right behind. Now in front, and the 14 of Charlie Webb, the 14 of Jack Hobson, now trying to squeeze through, and that's forced the number 11 off track. So Cattle Clark there onto the grass, down the short chute, managing to hold onto it, but losing another position now. So that is Wesley Swain, the 92. Moving up another position as well. So a big shake up there in the order as they head through, and you've got now Precision Racing's Charlie Webb and Jack Hobson of Crop Promotion now in 3rd and 4th place, wanting to gain positions very quickly.
Yes, and it's still breezy outside. It's very, very bright sunshine. It's a great autumnal day, and so the Algerian Motorsport Federation, who were watching yesterday, they're watching again today, watching Leo Robinson. They're watching him. He's just 11 years old, leading this race. Speak to Vinny Phillips. Vinny Phillips did our track walk on Friday.
He did, yeah.
And he was saying that this is his last year in the class. He's moving up, but Leo Robinson, he's eligible. He's going to be staying in this class next year, and already he's putting a marker down. The other boys and girls in the class are going to have to work very hard to chase that number 37 next year. Great battling between the two of them, and this is what you want to see. These two teammates, they have gone at it hammer and tongs all season. They've kissed once or twice on the track, but they've made up off the track. There's be very, very clean racing by and large, but again, they've gone for it. They haven't held back. It's all been good stuff. And there's Massi Bourgache from the Algerian Karting Federation, the Rotax importer for the country, watching his his countryman Leo Robinson sort of carry on, and there is Vinnie Phillips taking the lead out on the banking. 90 seconds to go, and yeah, both these drivers, in fact, obviously a lot of these drivers on the grid in all the classes have got a bright future in front of them, but these two especially, we're going to be hearing a lot of these two drivers' names as the years go on. And now Robinson back in front. Phillips looking, Robinson checking over his shoulder. The gap between them and Charlie Webb is 1.4 seconds. Now Webb is still only 13th at the point, and he missed the first 2 rounds of the season at Rowra, so he's not dropping any scores, but he's not going to get a seeded number. Of course, if you finish between 1st and 10th in the championship, in the British Championship, you get to keep that number next year, provided you stay in the class. So Vinny is going to move up to juniors. He's not going to be able to use the number 1 because he's not the junior champion.
No.
He's the mini champion. Let's see. Under the bridge they go, 30 seconds remaining. Now he swings out wide, he's going to go round the outside of the banking, but no, Robinson just keeps him at bay onto the Richfield Bridge through turn number 4. That's the corner where Vinny says, oh, it's only a small curb on the inside.
Oh, yeah,
it comes up to my knee.
Yeah, it's not a small curve. It's a very large curve, you can say. There's frantic hand signals in the back here of drivers saying, come on, let's go.
Well, yeah, because they can see the 2 leaders battling. And they can see him battling, so they're right, head down, let's go get him.
Oh, and Vinnie Phillips battling again, has got past through hairpin number 2. Robinson demoted, looks over the shoulder, goes defensive into the Fullerton S's, keeps behind as they head through. Now, last lap board is going to be out this time, and these drivers, of course, very much know that, which is why they're going nose to tail all the way through this.
Hell for leather.
Hell for leather, definitely so. And out through the Mike Wilson complex. The last couple of corners to go before they see that last lap board, and the bell rings. So out the final corner, and here we go. Phillips leading from Robinson still. The two have a 1 second advantage from the rest of the field, which is Hobson, Swain, Clark and Simmons. There we go, a little bit of a change.
No, he's trying to use the momentum of the banking, and he cut underneath him going into turn number 3, and that's the beauty of the banking. You can take a high line in and then an undercut on the corner. You can go in tight, and then it's a brilliant corner, and hard to defend, but Vinnie Phillips managed to do it there. Now he looks over his shoulder, hugging the inside line towards the second hairpin. Now watch the cutback coming off this corner. Robinson, can Vinnie Phillips? Vinnie Phillips parks on the apex. He literally put the handbrake on. And that means Robinson's the outside line, running out of space here, but Hobson closing in 3rd. Wesley Swain, great drive from Wesley Swain in 4th. Ethan Simmons from the back of the grid to 5th, side by side.
Oh, that's a great overtake from Robinson. Moves down the inside there, just pokes the nose down the inside of the Bobby Game corner, gets the job done out of the final corner. Then Robinson is going to take the checkered flag. He's happy with that. A hand up though from Phillips. He's not happy with that one, but Wesley Swain, the 92, great result, crosses the line, 3rd place. Jack Hobson 4th, and Ethan Simmons, the GP plate, great result, up 8 positions, 5th place.
Yep, and that was a superb move there from Leo Robinson.
Yes.
And of course, Vinny's not going to be happy because he didn't win that race, but again, 2nd. And the perfect season in terms of the finals is still on Vinnie Phillips. 6 wins out of 6 finals would be incredible. He's got 5 out of 5 so far.
Yep.
Leo Robinson is going to be doing absolutely everything, as he's done all year, to prevent that from happening. In the point standings, well, I mean, Gabriel's still having a bit of an off weekend at the moment. He finished down in 11th place there. I mean, he's 3rd in the points table at the moment. Ella Stevens is just 15 points behind Stilp. And Ella, she finished 8th there, as you can see on the screen. And also Ethan Simmons, Jack Hobson is the driver that, he came into today 6th in the point standings. A 4th place effort there for him. That is going to help him a lot